Wow. So that's what they look like without the mask on. Wow, who would have thought that it would this whole time it would have been Dominic Dijakovic and the dude who was on commentary for like 2 weeks. Wow. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with your Monday Night Raw review. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, ring that notification bell. Also, if at any point during the show, during Monday Night Raw, you thought to yourself, what am I doing? Why am I watching this? What am I doing with my life? Go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah. So about Monday Night Raw, man. Not too much happened. You had a opening segment with Drew trying to figure out why Retribution is lined up with MVP, but MVP kind of denying that Retribution is working with the Hurt Business or whatever, which leads to a handicap match later in the night between Drew and I was about to say Snapchat, but T-bar and Mace. And initially they had the handicap match, and I think it ended in a disqualification, and then Mace and T-bar were beating up Drew, and then for whatever reason Braun Strowman comes out to make the save, and I'm like, okay, why is Braun running out to make the save? Why is he helping out Drew? They were in a triple threat match to see who would be the number one contender last week, and now this week Braun's running out and making the save, making train noises and whatever, and that leads to a tag team match between Braun and Drew versus Retribution. And yeah, I don't know what's going on. The match ends with I think Drew ripping off Mace's mask and slapping him with it, which led to another disqualification. And then you had Braun whipping off T-bar's mask. So now we know who Retribution really are. We know what they look like without the mask and whatever. Yeah. Oh man, I thought that they were gonna end up linking up Retribution and the Hurt Business, but I don't think that's happening. I think this is kind of like a repackaging of Mace and T-bar. And I will say that on commentary, Corey Graves actually did a pretty good job of hyping these two up, building them up as a kind of a force, hyping up how big they are and how much bigger they are than Drew, and hyping up how they're like the same size as Braun, kind of trying to salvage what's left of Retribution, or I don't know if they even call it Retribution anymore. They still have the Retribution theme. It's just these two now. I don't know what happened to Snapjack and Mia Yim. I don't remember what her Retribution name was, but I don't know what they got going on, but who knows? We'll see in time what happens. You also had a random open challenge. It wasn't even really an open challenge. Yeah, Sheamus come out talking about how he's the United States champion, and how he's going to be a fighting champion, and how he's going to defend the title on Raw whenever he feels like it. And he issues an open challenge to anybody in the locker room. And out of all people, you have Humberto Carrillo, who we haven't seen since 1992. He comes out, and then Sheamus just wrecks him. Like, he hits him with a bro kick. He messes him up all throughout the Thunderdome. And I don't know. Where has Humberto Carrillo been? I don't... Speaking of people just showing up out of nowhere, you had a backstage segment with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and earlier in the night they had a tag team match between themselves and Lana and Naomi, and for whatever reason you had Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose come out and distract not Shayna but Nia, and then Nia walks to the back, and then Shayna's like, dude, what the hell? And then she gets beat by a surprise roll-up, I think. So are Lana and Naomi the new number one contenders? Is it gonna be Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose? What's going on? It's just a confused mess with the women's tag team division, and we also didn't see Reginald, which leads me back to the backstage segment. So you have Nia Jax being interviewed, and then you have Shayna Baszler come up like, what's going on? Like, you got to get your head back in the game. We got to get right with the tag team champions. Get your mind right, or else there's gonna be problems. And Shayna's like, and not Shayna, but Nia's like, and then out of nowhere, another dude who I haven't seen since 1864, what's his name? Angel Garza. He shows up, and he's like trying to flirt with Nia Jax, like, oh, why are you with Reginald? You should be with me or whatever. I'm like, what is happening? What is going on? Why? Why? That's all I can even just say is just why, you know. What else happened? So you had a segment between, well, Charlotte comes out and she's talking trash. She's talking about how she's the best and how she's the greatest. And then you have Asuka come out, and then Rhea Ripley comes out. She's on stage and they're just all talking trash back and forth. And Asuka's trying to get a word in, trying to hype up the main event match between herself and Charlotte Flair. But Charlotte's like, nah, you can't speak because I beat you at WrestleMania that one time and I ended your undefeated streak. And Asuka's still trying to talk. She's like, no, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from you, Asuka. And Asuka's kind of like, look. She's like, look now. Like, look, bitch. She just calls her a bitch. Like, she said some other stuff, and she ends up calling Charlotte a bitch. What the fuck? That's what this show is like. Monday Night Raw. It's just a big mess. It's just a cluster. You just have all these random things happening. You have Elias in the ring with Jackson Stryker or whatever his name is, and then you have the New Day come out and they're playing, and Xavier Woods is playing guitar, which I had no idea he could play guitar. He's actually decent. That's leads to a match between Elias and Kofi, and Elias wins. Random segment with Miz TV. You have Miz TV hyping up Miz and Mrs. Damian Priest comes out. Maurice says they need to have a match, so I guess she's the GM, random GM. So Damian Priest and Miz have a match out of nowhere, and Damian Priest wins. Man. Monday Night Raw, bruh. The only interesting thing happened was, I guess if you want to say it's interesting, what's going on with Drew and MVP and Bobby Lashley, who we didn't even see. I don't remember seeing Bobby Lashley on the show. Another thing is the possible triple threat going on between Charlotte, Asuka, and Rhea Ripley. The main event was Charlotte and Asuka, and you had Rhea Ripley sitting at ringside. The match is going on, and Rhea distracts Charlotte, and then you have Asuka pin Charlotte. And then after the match, Charlotte just goes crazy. She goes rogue. She's attacking referees, knocking out officials, just going crazy. And even on Raw Talk, like they posted on social media that on Raw Talk, Adam Pearce announced that Charlotte's going to be fined a large amount of money. And also, she's suspended indefinitely. So I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what suspended indefinitely means, but what does that mean for the match between, or the possible match between Asuka, Charlotte, Rhea? Is it just gonna be Asuka and Rhea? Is Charlotte gonna interfere? What's going on? I don't know, man. Raw's all over the place. I didn't review it last week. Last week was the Raw after WrestleMania, and that was just kind of boring. I didn't even feel like talking about that. This week's episode of Raw, it wasn't boring like last week, but it was still all over the place. Like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, just my little quick review on Monday Night Raw. Oh, before I even forget, before I even leave, before I close the video, I gotta talk about the whole Alexa Bliss Lily thing. So you have a Alexa's Playground segment where Alexa introduces Lily, and she's going into this whole backstory about how Lily, you see, and this is another funny thing. Like, you see like these old pictures of Alexa as a kid, and you see the Lily doll just badly photoshopped into the picture, into the different pictures with Alexa, making it seem like her and Lily have just been best friends, I guess, since she was a kid. Like, she even goes into this whole story about how, what was it? She was on a swing and this kid pushed her off, or some dumb crap. But yeah, she's just putting it out there that she's coming for the women's title, I guess. Like, she put the whole women's division on notice, saying that she's coming, and pretty much saying that I guess the reason Alexa turned on Bray is because Lily didn't like Bray, and Lily also doesn't like the women in the women's division. So yeah, so that was Monday Night Raw. All 3 hours just chock full of excitement and unmaskings and dolls, and yeah. So those are my quick thoughts on Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Did you enjoy Raw? What were some of your favorite moments from Raw? Did you not like Raw? What were some of the things you didn't like? What do you think about the whole Unmasked Retribution? What do you think about the whole Alexa Bliss Lily thing? What do you think about Charlotte just going crazy and the whole, I don't know, but let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Catch you guys on the next one. Be easy. I'm out. Peace.